A brief history of the Filipino International Christian Church. The FilChurch family journey. The church was established in 1993. It was Filipino International Fellowship in Van Nuys. They had vision of sending churches outreach in Santa Clarita, downtown LA, and there's also one here in the west side, which is Reseda. The first home Bible study started in May of 1993. Every week they're having a Bible study at the house of Rudy and Marina Afable. It was Pastor Edwin Velasco who was teaching them. After a year Bible study, in October 3, 1994, they decided to have a house church in the townhouse of Rudy and Marina in Chatsworth, and that was the first worship service. The ministry was really growing until the house cannot accommodate the amount of people attending every week. So they decided to look for a bigger place in 1995. They found this church, United Methodist Church of Winnetka. They allowed us to use the fellowship hall. So in 1995, that was the first worship service at the fellowship hall. It was amazing and it was bigger. In October 1996, Pastor Andrew Afable and Pastor Edgar Florendo decided to rent the main sanctuary because they're outgrowing the fellowship hall. Pastor Andrew is the assistant of Pastor Florendo. And little by little, Pastor Florendo is turning over the Winnetka church to Pastor Andrew, because the church in Van Nuys is getting bigger as well. He wants to concentrate at the Van Nuys church. Pastor Andrew became the pastor of in Filipino International Christian Church in Winnetka officially in 1999. These are the early members of this church, and in 2003 that's when it really picked up. The first family conference in Port Hueneme in Oxnard, California was held. To some of you who attended the family conference, this is where it started. Also in that same year we had the musical concert. Every year we have musical concert for Easter and Christmas. The adult had Easter musical presentation, and the kids had the Christmas musical presentation.
And then the decade, 2004 to 2013. It was amazing. By the grace of God, we minister to a lot of people, we increase the families, the outreach. The sanctuary was not able to be filled by the United Methodist Church, but as a Filipino community, we are filling up the church. It was amazing. We have a lot of events and activities. We are focused in preaching the gospel. We have so many kids that are so involved, with so many musicals, but we remained focused. In our worship service, preaching the gospel of God. People were coming, and people are being blessed. We're baptizing people, left and right. It was amazing. We also invited few celebrities to join us in our special events. We even have our couples ministry events. Then it comes the end of 2013 that we need to leave the place because the United Methodist Church closed down and they ended up selling the property. So we wrapped up 2013 and we moved out of the place in Winnetka. Now, 2014 to the present. So what happened to FilChurch? We ended up looking for available place. Pastor Andrew, with the help of Brother John, ended up calling 100 places. It was not easy. Then finally, this place in Chatsworth was found. It was a warehouse. It was just bare. This picture was taken in January 1st of 2014. No chairs, no air conditioning, no stage, nothing at all. But people still come, bless us and minister to us. And this is our humble beginnings. We rented folding chairs, and eventually we received a donation of church pews. One thing we learned through all this years is, you remain faithful. Because God is faithful. Even if you go through the mountains, you go through the valleys, you go through the ups and downs of a church life. But one thing remains, God is faithful. We had her first service here in this church. And the ministry continues. Water baptism, home Bible study, Easter presentation, Happy Birthday Jesus service, Harvest Festival, family conference, ministries to the elderly. The journey continues, and we will continue opening up the doors, so new families, new believers, even those who are lost, will continue to find the Lord Jesus Christ in our community. The Christian journey is not measured in time, our Christian journey is measured through the number of people we met and blessed.